And we're back from that quick break. And, during the break we were talking about, I don't mean to laugh, but, we were thinking about, so what do you do when clients say, hey, you know what, Christy, I do listen to you and I'm trusting you and I'm going to go ahead and sell my house. And then just as you predicted, Christy, it is now sold within, a week or two. And now we're under contract and now we've got to move out in 30 days. And thank you,
Where
Christy.
are they going to live?
Right. We're living in our car. So you're awesome. So no, because there are no rentals, right? That's not happening, at least not in my business. How about you, Tamika?
Why is that not happening in your business?
Because I don't want my clients in a car. I don't want them living in a car.
Well, okay. So
is that what you're asking?
No.
Okay.
So take me through. I'm a client.
Okay. Hi, client Tamika.
Now I am.
Oh my gosh, you were on the cover. Is this you? Could you sign my cover?
Yes,
oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes. I can do all of that.
Sorry. Sidebar.
Until then I say, okay, I'm going to trust you to list my house.
Okay.
Now, Christy, we get under contract. How are you going to find me a house? Because I cannot live in my car. I'm sure I cannot come live with you, even though I'm sure you have a great house and your kids are great.
Yes.
But it's not going to be enough room for all of us.
Right.
So what are you going to do that's different than the other agents who are running around trying to find a property for their clients? What
Well,
are you
you've
gonna
already
do?
said it. I let them live in my basement. We sublease, so they have their own door. It's great. There is no kitchen in the basement, but we do share. We have kitchen shifts. So, no, are you being serious? Okay.
Yes, I am.
Here, okay, so
Because I have to sell this house,
Right.
and if I wait too long,
right.
then what happens?
It's a valid concern, and that is why I've got a team of agents that I work with that are on my team that we're fervently out there doing. We do a lot of social media posts. There's oftentimes in different groups that I'm part of that I know that listings are coming down the way, but they haven't hit the market yet. So
Okay.
we might call those pocket listings, but they're not necessarily a pocket listing. But we do a lot of conversation in our office. I'm in one of the largest offices in Kansas City. There's a lot of agents there, and there's a lot of talk going on. And that's why I said earlier, we have these 189 buyers that need to buy a house, and we don't have enough houses. I've gone to my own subdivision and said, hey, I've got people who need to buy a house. If you are even remotely thinking about selling a house, call me.
Right.
Because let's
So
talk.
that's your value proposition, that
It is.
you can get on the ground very quickly.
Yes.
You've got
I've
other
got
agents in your
connections,
office.
right.
You've got people who
I've
got
got
people.
people who got people.
So that's what you tell the
got
seller.
people.
So that's what you would tell me. You
Yes,
got people who got
I have
people.
people. Yes, I do a lot of talking. I know, shocking,
What?
right? I know.
You
I know.
talk?
I
What?
talk a lot, and then I come here and talk to you on the cover and in person. It's very confusing. I look down, there you are. I look up, there you are.
I'm everywhere.
You're like, there you are, there you are. No, it is though. It is something that for me and my business, I've got to be out there searching. We cannot rely on a sign going in the yard. We have to know ahead of time of what's happening.
Gotcha.
And my magic 8-ball doesn't always work.
And see,
So,
that's
yeah.
that's the fun part of doing this business and knowing the business.
Right.
And so for my niche of the market, because I don't really focus on sellers and buyers the same way you do,
Right.
is majority of my market is working with investors to put in new developments.
Right.
So I already seen this coming 2 years ago. So you start working with those investors to start creating inventory. So I never run out of inventory for, my clients, or
Right.
they never have
There's no fear there
No.
of things drying up like it
No.
is in residential, because we
Correct.
really are dependent on people who are ready to sell their home.
But that's why we have to have a good mix of investors
Right.
in the market as well, where people
Right.
go, oh my gosh, investors. Investors help our market move right along, because just as a builder is capped at what they can build and how fast they can build, a private investor coming in and saying, well, I'll put 3 new homes in this subdivision using my own funds and then sell them to someone or make them a rental or whatever it is. That agent who is focused on that investor, which I call an agent-centered investor, agent-focused investor,
Right.
is working with that investor to build their portfolio and to also bring more product to the market, which is sitting on a different side of the business, which, I love. So of course,
Well, and I'm glad you bring that up though, because it's a portfolio mix.
Yeah.
I always give the analogy. Have I shared this with you before?
Probably so.
Okay. It's about the fishing and all my ponds that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Have I talked to you about this before? I feel like we're like fishermen all the time, right? And we have all these different ponds and we use different bait for different ponds. And we just need to be fishing from each pond to see what we catch and what works.
Right.
Deep Thoughts with Christy Porter. You're welcome. That was no charge for that. So
that's like a Saturday Night Live.
It is. Yes. I love Jack Handy. Yeah. Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy.
Oh my goodness.
When Saturday Night Live was good, right? But that's truly how I think about our business, is just constantly fishing from different areas. You need to farm some. You might be buying some leads somewhere. You've got your relationship building. You have your referrals,
Right.
It's a big mix.
Yeah. So I enjoy that part of it, though.
Yeah.
So
good.
I'd like to stay in my lane. And I'm glad there are lots of people like you, because
Right.
I don't think I'd be okay with the pressure to tell someone, list your house and then you can live in my basement if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Say what?
I have a good
I don't like
basement,
people
though,
that much
to make it,
to have to invite them over to live in the basement.
I will be honest with you, though. I've really come close. I was a friend of mine and working
can
with
see
her.
that.
And one person, it was rough.
It was close.
Yeah, it was like, seriously, you can camp on my couch. It's going to be a couple more weeks before we could close, because it was a new build job.
Right.
And they were not ready.
So
And it
now,
was
if you're a
frustrating.
buyer coming into this market, what would you suggest a buyer do, knowing that they're up against so many other buyers
Oh, gosh.
and
Yes.
inventory is low?
Right.
What should they be doing right now?
They should be making full price offers with no contingencies whatsoever, with the quickest close humanly possible.
Okay, time out.
Yeah.
Because we have listeners and viewers who probably don't know what a contingency is, because you're talking your realtor talk.
Oh, good
So
point.
can you go back and tell us what
Sure.
a contingency is?
I feel so weird. I feel like we're interviewing me. This is so weird.
We need clarity here.
I know. Well, so a contingency is, I want a home warranty. I want you to leave the refrigerator. I want this. I want that. It's what you're asking them to leave. Oftentimes it's personal property. And what I like to remind my clients is that we're in the business to buy and sell a home, not buy and sell the stuff that comes in the home. So we can talk to the clients outside the scope of the transaction. But right now, let's just focus on close date, price, closing costs. So right now, if you find a house that you love, you better act on it quickly, or
Okay.
you're going to be in a multiple offer situation. And right now in our market, we're seeing multiple
So
offer
this
situations.
is not a looky-loo kind of
No,
time
no.
where we go out.
No. And we're seeing sales like $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 over list price.
Okay.
So a house is $350, it's selling for $380. So because there was multiple multiple offers in that situation. So
Right.
yeah. I know. So if you like it, you better buy it. And we better take a break, because we're getting the breaks in. Okay. This is
Real Estate Matters
with Tamika Bryant and Christy Porter on Smart Companies Thinking Bigger Radio and TV25. We'll be back.